Hey guys, it's Thursday. Anyway, we just got done putting the headlights on. We're going to go show that, but we keep talking about Dimples. Well, Dimples is our man. Dimples was a sweet deal. Anyway, we got Zeppelin this truck. We call her Dimples because the guy that drove it, Carfax showed like 6 inanimate object strikes. Like he hit guardrails, he hit all kinds of stuff. The guy drove by Braille. But we found this Fab 4 bumper online. It was for a 3/4 ton. We had to modify it a little bit for the body lines. It's dirty. But this is kind of the finish I think we're going to go for on the tube work we did. It's kind of a hammer finish. It come out, it's held up well. It's probably hard to see in this light. But anyway, it's not a bad color. We got a little light bar curved in here. We redid the grill. We did a bunch of work to it. But anyway, here's the main Dimples. Right here, she got up against something. Anyway, yeah, looking good. But anyway, I did have a hard tonneau, a little half-ton Hemi, 6-speed auto, 4-wheel drive. It's been a good little truck. Took the old truck bumper off my, is the original bumper off my dually, and we took it off and put it on here because, believe it or not, it was straighter, even with this big ugly. Look at that, Superlift ORV park. It was a relic of the past. Anyway. It's still there. It's Hot Springs ORV Park now, but there's Birds. Birds ORV Park. We're big fans of birds. But anyway, guys, through this door, I did a grand unveiling. I gotta be honest, I didn't wire the headlights in yet because we gotta take it all apart to paint it. So, there we go. As complete as she's getting before the show. We just got paint work, water pump, timing belt. We're gonna do all that tomorrow. And, I'm gonna start peeling panels off tonight and texturing them. I guess I can take my lights off here. Look at that cat. Anyway, it didn't come out too bad. The original brackets, we took a bunch of time, sculpted them, made them look real nice, and then they were like 1/8 of an inch too long, and they touched the hood. So we had to modify everything. I went ahead and just cut them down, reshaped them. Like I said, this is probably a temporary setup on these headlights. May not be. I don't know. We'll just have to see how we like them. So anyway, there's no low and high beam on these. These are just PIA off-road lights. So it's not a big deal. I'm sorry, they're hella up here. Oh, hella off-road lights. Sorry about that. Anyway, I've been reading it, been thinking they were something different the whole time. Anyway, I don't sweat the little details. But this is it, man. We got our grill in there. I think it really kind of ties it in. We got our little soft shackles and whatnot. So anyway, that's where we're at. Anyway, we probably, like I said, I have no intention of painting anything that was already done. So we'll probably just mask this off in a line, paint the ends where we ground it, start painting our tube. And I'm hoping we get a good bond. I'm just going to take and rub everything down with mineral spirits to clean it. We'll pull it out of the shop tomorrow before I drain the water. It's just straight water, so I'll pull it out here and pull some hoses, blow through it, drain it out, and roll it in to start work. And we pull it outside, we'll hit it with a leaf blower and air compressor here, and we'll get as much free dirt blown off of all the tube work as we can. And then we'll probably take the mineral spirits and do a light wipe on all the paint. I got a couple scrap pieces over there. Body we'll try on first. Make sure we're not going to take too much paint off. But there's a surprise coming here on the Coon Creek sticker. I ain't gonna lie, I like the Coon Creek sticker. So don't be surprised if we don't clean this portion right here and we just leave the Coon Creek, at least for the time being. I don't know why. It's like, it's one of the cooler things on the rig when we got it, so I want to keep it. But that's where we're at, guys. You've seen the rest. I showed the back panels last night, so this is it. This is all cleaned up. Well, not cleaned up, but all fabbed up. How about that? And anyway, we'll catch up with you later. Hey guys, it took me about 40 minutes or so, I guess, to strip it all down. Probably could have went faster, but I was labeling everything. Got quite the pile of aluminum here. So anyway, these are all the panels I made. So all of them, minus the ones in the interior. We're not messing with those. Zeppelin wants to leave them as they are. I'm fine with that. I'm good with not tearing the dash back out or the switch panel or anything. So, doesn't hurt my feelings. That's what he wants. That's good with me. Anyway, look at this. You build it right, you you got storage for little bread pans right in your fenders, man. Look at that. Pretty nice. You got under panel storage. Anyway, it's all the hardware for mounting everything. I just try to keep it straight so we can go back together. But anyway, that's where I'm at, and I'm gonna start buffing all this down. Just giving you an update. Hey guys, it's Friday evening. Getting ready to do that water pump and timing belt on the waffles here. Wife and kid are out picking up paint. You've got a cool color going, so I think it's gonna look great. They're gonna hammer finish. We're gonna do a white primer underneath and like a dark bronze hammer finish on all the tube work we did. Hear me out with the aluminum showing and the pour paint work we're doing. It's gonna accent real nice. I think it's a good choice. We'll see how that goes. It's gonna be pretty dark, but I think in the sun it's gonna have like a thick metallic rust. Is kind of what I'm thinking it's gonna end up looking like. Anyway, there's peanut coolant and whatnot. I've got everything here to do thermostat, water pump, and all that. But I mean, just look down here. We got a whole shop full of awesome. And what's wild is you can actually see my rear fenders are lower than my front fenders on the Sammy Mog back there. But this is on 43s on Toyotas, and that's on, 36 on Toyotas, and that's on 43 on Unimog Portals. So she's really not that much higher. If we go nose to nose, it's like 4 inches. So it's pretty cool. We kept the height really low on the Sammy Mog. And we haven't adjusted the ride height on this. I wanted to leave it as it was because I think we're going to end up probably going long fields all the way around, or long fields on the front, and see how the rear holds, and go to 40s eventually is the plan. So anyway, I still hadn't got all the air out of my coolant. So water pump might be okay. It might have been hitting air again. But anyway, we got the parts. I'm going to go ahead and do it just so we can rule it out. Still need to address the timing. I'm just trying to get it all done up. And then hopefully when I come back from Texas next week, we'll take it out and run it a little bit next Friday night before we wash it down and get it ready to load in the trailer. So that's kind of where we're at. It's kind of what we're working on. Time's getting away, but I think we're actually on track. And, man, she has come a long ways. We still got a lot to do long term, but we don't have that much to do on this stage of the process. I am excited to do the last of the tube work on this after we come back from the show and get that wrapped up, and I think it's going to really help the lines on the windshield bar and whatnot. So, we're kicking around, leaving the windshield frame, not swapping it. So I don't know, I may try to bend the tube work and attach the front windshield to the roll cage, and then we'll either just delete those roughed up bars on the side, the windshield supports from the factory, and I may just replace them with the tube work. We're not going to get this thing to seal 100% anyway, no matter what we do, so not all that worried about it. And still kind of up in the air on that. It's got, you know, kind of the same faded paint all the way down if we leave it like it is. It got a little character with the bends and whatnot, so we may just throw some wipers on this windshield frame and run it. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, guys, I'm going to work on getting this mechanical work done on the front of the engine, and we'll see, we'll pull the grill out, pull the fan off the front, and get in here to all this. It should not be hard to access or do with all this out of the way. I mean, the front of the engine is staring right at me, so I don't foresee this being a big challenge. But then again, you know, a lot of things we've done didn't seem like they were going to be that big of a challenge, and have ended up being a little more than a bargain on. So, who knows? We'll see how this goes. Thank you. Here we go, guys. This is my wife up there mixing up some paint. She's doing a pour paint process. These are some test panels. Actually, no, these are real panels. This is a live pour here. So anyway, Zeppelin school colors are red and white, and black's in a lot of stuff, and so with the rig being red and the school colors, we picked a lot of red and silver, and this, I believe the silver she used is called granite, and the granite gave a really heavy metallic flake to it, almost bass boaty. So these panels are drying up at the house. We got a little bit of touch-up work to do, repouring one actually, and then we just got to clear coat them and get them mounted. Anyway, guys, it's a different process. It's a lot Yeah, it's not very conventional. But anyway, it's really pretty neat to see in person on a rig, and it's a way. Like I said, we try to get all the family involved here at Redbeard's Overthunk Junk, and this is what my wife likes to do. So when she's not keeping the book, she's pouring paint on stuff. Anyway, thank you. Here we go, guys, recapping them. That first one there in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, that is probably my favorite. It really came out nice. I think it's going to look pretty good. That's the back of the vehicle. Those are the front sides. Believe these are the front uppers, so that's going to be kind of interesting. As they're drying, the colors kind of shifted a little bit, and man, I'm pretty happy with how they're coming out. I think Crystal did a great job. The only thing I would have done different, I think if it was going to be on my rig, we did a little bit of work with a copper, like a metallic copper on the Sammy Mog, and I really liked how that came out. But Zeppelin was picking colors. We got like some blue highlights, like the winch hook and a few other things are kind of a light blue on there. And we just kind of wanted to tie it all in. So overall, pretty good color choices. And you probably won't see it on another rig. Not exactly the same anyway. So, yeah, in the depth and everything, and then once they're all done, they look great. Hey guys, look, it's Saturday night. We just got done. We primed and hit all the tube work we worked on. Chris will come down and help me mask off. We used a cardboard shield for a lot of it. I'm sure we got overspray on stuff, but anyway, we used a cool hammer finish on everything. It's got a lot heavier metallic. I don't see the bronze at all. It's kind of a gun, I don't know, just a dark gray. But anyway, I think it came out pretty good. The coverage was terrible. That hammer finish paint did not enjoy being sprayed. And then, goofy us, we went with a white primer because as it rubs against the rocks and stuff, we thought it would look kind of cool. I did that to the doors of my old rig, and over like 15 years, you can see the white wearing through. So we thought it would kind of be cool. Well, the hammer finish paint goes on and like burst. It's not very smooth. I don't care how much you shake it. But then we did something similar here. We white primered and painted over, so it kind of just wear down in here. And so we just thought we'd kind of keep that theme going. And the white primer covered really well, really fast, a lot of it. And the hammer finish was a bit more of a challenge. But anyway, Zep's going to pick up some touch-up paint on Monday or Tuesday. You got a 2-hour window to do your paint over the primer. You got to wait 48 hours. So it looks like we're waiting 48 hours because all the parts stores are closed. Anyway, pour paints are done. You'll see that in the video. They look pretty nice. We had to redo one tonight, but it's okay. It'll be ready. And then we just got to clear coat all the aluminum panels and start remounting. So this is probably the last video. I may do a couple shorts while I'm down in Texas, but it's going to be next weekend before we catch up. Next weekend, man, she's wrapping up and getting washed, and hopefully she's going on the trailer. Anyway, we'll talk to you all in a bit.